Here we are. We're going to be podcasting here momentarily.
She just never does that. Like,
we're in the middle of a conversation.
Hi.
Continue after me. After I put this here.
That's awkward.
It is
We're
awkward.
podcasting now. We're podcasting now.
I don't even know what that is.
It's a camera. It's podcasting.
It's a bullet.
It's not going to be video, so...
Oh, just
Yes. So...
Still gonna stay.
check out the refrigerator.
I'm interrupting the conversation here, but it's good conversation and it's good podcasting, so... Here we are at Sequel Podcast. I'm Matt Bonta.
I'm Dakota Cams.
I'm Melissa Bonta.
Alright, so this is our first podcast in like months, and we're here with Dakota for the first time, and you guys are talking about working out and weight loss, so go ahead.
Okay. Alright.
But yeah, I don't know. I just, like you were saying, like that whole overall fitness thing just seems more...
The way to go.
Yeah, it just... Because, I mean, there's nothing wrong with, like, people have eaten stuff like this for years. Like, there's a reason why it's considered, like, an American staple. Like,
Yeah.
like a home-cooked meal, like a good, hearty home-cooked meal. And then obesity has just showed up in the last, like, 30
Couple
years.
decades, yeah. Yeah, and I really think it's also because, like, processed foods and that kind of shit, you know, I just think people need to lay off that crap.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be processed foods. Like, even, I'm willing to bet that there's some processed stuff in the stuff that we're making now.
Yeah.
But, I mean, what is it? Fast Food Nation. Have you read that?
No, but...
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I used to think, like, these vegan kids are fucking weird and really pushy and stupid. But I get it now.
I know there's a movie, right?
Fast Food Nation?
He's talking about the book. He asked if you read it. He didn't ask if you saw it.
Oh, no, yeah, I've read the book, and that was...
That was a movie. Yeah.
It's the most disgusting shit. Like senators' families and stuff like that were all tied into like the enormous slaughterhouses and stuff like that. So they would do stuff like they run 24 hours and they ship out like an X amount each truck. And what they would do is anything that they didn't ship out, like stuff would, like ground beef going out to like McDonald's would sit for a day. Okay? And they would just throw it back in the grinder with all the fresh stuff.
Oh.
And then there would be excess at the end of the night. So there's like thousands of pounds of meat just sitting, and it's getting put back in at the end of the day, put back into the end of the day. So there's actually like, it's possible for that meat to just sit there unendingly, unrefrigerated.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yuck.
And there was like this big,
I'm not surprised.
E. coli, I think it was, scare in like the late 90s. And they recalled like 38,000 pounds of beef from like a couple of different slaughterhouses. But more than that went out in one day.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
So numerous people got
my
sick
God.
from that.
Yeah. God, I just couldn't imagine like...
Yuck.
Ugh. And the stuff that like... they deregulated the USDA.
Really?
Like regulations on beef.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. That's so fucked up.
It all started...
That's
I
so
was
gross.
talking with a guy today and he didn't know that like Jack in the Box tacos, like the 2 for 99 cents.
It's like...
They're soy.
Yeah.
Soy meat.
Yeah.
They're so good though.
They're so good.
This looks good.
It's done?
That looks done to me.
Alright.
I found that out. I worked with this vegan girl named Morgan when I worked at Sports Authority. And
Yeah.
I saw her chowing down on Jack in the Box tacos. I was like, you know those. No,
I don't. I know. They're so good, and that's the thing is that I think a lot of it too is like addictive. It's so freaking good that you just eat it and you don't really think about what's in it. Which I don't know. I mean, like not all fast food is that bad, you know. I mean, you could get a legitimate like salad or whatever from any fast food place and it'd be fine. But I just think it's better to steer away from it.
Alright,
Even their salads are so processed and there's so much preservative because there's no way that they would, like, those enormous places would be able to turn fresh produce fast enough to not lose money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right, that's true.
grab that sour cream, Melly.
It's just kind of gross to think about. It's another thing that, like, over the past year we kind of got away from. You know, it's like all about convenience. It's all about like.
I've gotten really bad about that in the last week or so.
Yeah.
I live so close to work, and I don't know why I didn't just drive.
Drive where?
Drive home.
Instead of what, eating?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I had a Baconator for the first time from Wendy's
A
yesterday.
heart attack?
Oh,
Heart attack-nator?
my god.
It's good.
There's so much bacon.
Really?
Like so much meat.
No,
there's so much bacon. I got like the double, and the bacon
I'll take
easily like outgirthed the amount of beef that was in that. It was insane.
Have you had that, man?
It was so salty. Like, it was so delicious. I love bacon, but
Here, watch that. We can bring this back. That's for you to cut.
oh, all right.
You can,
I'm just gonna
Drink
drink
it.
water. Drink your air. Sorry,
gotta
I put that in like the least convenient spot.
that's good. We got Dr. Pepper here for you.
I'm alright. I'm just gonna do water for now.
Alright, you want that still?
I'll leave it here. I'll probably end up getting some water tonight.
At some point,
At some
going
point.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's.
That's another thing. I have discovered I have a full-on addiction to Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Hard to break.
If I don't like get Dr. Pepper throughout my day, I get all irritable.
Yeah.
23 flavors.
Gosh, it's weird because I think for a long time I had an addiction to soda too. But it's incredible how like I used to drink soda like it was water when I was a kid, and like nonstop. I was thirsty, I'd grab soda, you know.
Yeah.
And I cut it out completely, and I lost so much fucking weight, and I felt so much better, and I like had energy. I was actually like working out for the first time because I could actually like do it without feeling winded. It's crazy how much that has an effect on people. And like I think it's funny because now our country has reverted back to diet soda.
Oh god.
I know.
I hate the taste of diet soda.
Really? You don't think Dr. Pepper tastes the same?
Diet Dr.
That's
Pepper?
silly.
Yeah. No way.
They're silly for even
And then there's
saying
salsa
that.
here.
It's not. I don't know. It's not as bad as like Diet Coke.
Right.
Honestly, if you guys ever can find it, the diet caffeine-free Pepsi, it's in a gold can.
Okay.
And the only place that I remember getting it was my grandma used to get it all the time. She would get it at Winco.
Oh, cool.
And that's like the only place that I've ever seen it.
Yeah.
It is so good.
Is it really?
I swear to God, it tastes so amazing.
Strange.
I don't know. I'm liking the Coke one.
I don't know. I just think that soda,
The Coke
even
one?
diet soda, should be like a treat, you know. But that's just me. That's what I've learned. So.
All right. So this looks like a handful.
It's nachos. It's nachos.
Ignacio's.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So for our viewing audience,
Listening on it.
our listening audience, that don't know who Dakota is. What's that?
We still have a listening audience? Oh, hey!
Yes. Big Brother is listening to you,
Do you have
Dakota.
napkins?
Yes.
Where?
I don't know. And I put them somewhere.
Oh, they're over there.
I'm already up. Dakota is our good friend,
Look
I'd like
what
to
we
think,
did
at
to him.
least.
What's that?
Look what we
We
did
donated
today.
blood.
Oh, God.
Good times.
Every time. Oh, God. I hate giving blood.
Really?
Oh,
You don't volunteer to do it every 8 weeks?
no, not every 8 weeks.
Too
So
bad.
Dakota's our good friend, Melissa,
Mm-hmm.
who we met through playing HeroClix.
Mm-hmm.
Yay!
How long ago was that?
2
2 years? Yeah.
Something like that. 2008.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Wow.
Well,
So you're
2011 now, but
Yeah, but it was the end of 2008, right?
It's just.
oh gosh, it would have to have been the end of 2007 then. The beginning of
Were
2008.
you around when we got married? No. That's what I thought.
When did you guys get married?
Oh, wait.
May
May?
30. No, because we were friends with AJ.
We were friends with AJ.
Oh no, it was after we got married that we met AJ. Okay, so the end of 2008 then.
Yep.
Yeah.
Crazy. And you were working at Sports Authority at that time?
I fucking hated that job. Yes. That was horrible.
What was so bad about it?
I hate like the corporate attitude. For me, it just does not work in any capacity at all.
Yeah, true story. Blows.
It's like everybody's way too uptight for no reason. You know what I'm saying?
That's the way it was at Best Buy too when we worked there. They gave us so much shit because we were dating, and they knew it.
For me, it's like when I go in and I want to buy a snowboard, or I want to buy a tent, or I want to buy anything, I don't want like this professional salesman ass. Like, you know what I'm saying? I want somebody who's passionate about what they're doing. I feel like it's like showing up to a party and like you go into a used car dealership. And the guy's all dressed up and you're in a t-shirt and jeans. It's like going to a party and feeling underdressed. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It's like, what am I doing here?
It's really intimidating.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, totally. I agree, and I think sports especially are, you know, one of those things that you have to have a knowledge about it and you have to have, like you said, a passion about it. And you don't have to be dressed in a suit or nice
Exactly.
pants,
It's
whatever.
the exact same thing with electronics. Like,
Right.
I feel way more comfortable going into like Games Galore to buy video games because the
Than Best
dudes,
Buy.
it's exactly what you would. It's exactly how you dress when you're playing video games or when you're just doing your everyday shit. It's not some dude in a tucked-in polo, like
Khaki pants.
Yeah, who's gonna get like crazy good commission if you decide to buy like an Xbox and a TV. Like, so he's gonna try and push you to buy the TV. Like,
Right.
that
Although the thing
corporate
at Best
mentality.
Buy, they're not on commission.
Really?
Yeah.
So many other
And
places.
they
though.
tell you too. They tell you like let them know that you're not on commission.
But I mean, that doesn't mean there weren't kickbacks. Like if you would sell like a newspaper subscription or whatever.
Oh no, that was what the bullshit was. Is no one was on commission, but you were pushed to sell like Netflix, to have them subscribe, and it's like, oh cool, the company I work for is gonna make their commission, but I'm just gonna make my same, you know, $8 an hour, 4 hours a week.
And then they would do shit like, you have to sell 30 in the next month. And if you don't, you're in trouble. Like,
No, I don't think you're in trouble. They just
well, it's like if
At like Sports Authority.
Oh,
if we
places
have
like that.
if we have returning customers, do you think that I'm gonna be able to keep up a pace of 30 a month? Are you fucking kidding me? Like,
Ridiculous.
the same people come back to the same store. It's not like new people every single day.
right. And if you sold it to them, you know, during the 15th time they came in, they're out of 30. You can't sell it to them again.
Exactly.
I know, it's ridiculous. I think what you're doing at Bobo's is awesome though.
I love that job.
Do you get commission there?
I don't make commission, but they do.
They
Like
have
the
commission
salesmen
people.
do. They make 1% commission. So like they sell $1,000 worth of stuff, which is like like the nicest setup you could buy in the store. The guys make $10. So it's not like it doesn't put that high pressure
What does that be, 100?
situation. 1%.
Oh, 1%, sorry. I was saying 10.
But
I just say 1, too. What the fuck is wrong?
It doesn't put pressure on them.
Yeah, it doesn't put like it doesn't bring it to a high pressure situation like you get at a car salesman. Like I have a buddy he's an older gentleman, but he's a car salesman, and
This is really
they
good,
make like
this also.
15% commission.
Jeez.
15% of $30,000. Like if you buy like a mid-level vehicle, like a
Yeah.
brand new mid-level vehicle, 30 grand.
Which dealership?
He works at. They do Mazda and Kia. It might be Lithia.
Reno Mazda Kia?
No, I know it's not on Kidsky. It's like a little bit further. It's like down South Virginia, in that direction.
Is it not Reno Mazda Kia?
No.
Okay.
Reno Mazda Kia is right there on Kidsky.
Okay.
It's all right here. Geez, 15% is a lot, especially for cars. Oh my god. I can't
Yeah, I
imagine.
mean,
Is it a lot or is it not a lot?
It's a lot.
that's a shitload of money though.
Sounds like middle to me. 15% on what, $30,000 you said?
Yeah. Well, 10%
10%
would be
Yeah.
$3,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a lot of money.
What a quiche.
That week or
on that car sale.
Well, I mean, when did they get the money?
They cut commission checks at the end of the month.
And then a month, okay.
Jeez.
So you sell $30,000 cars every day, at least one.
But then it goes on that principle, like you can only sell so many cars. To
Yeah.
Oh, so they've got a top out then.
No, it's not like
Oh,
like there are only going to be so many people wanting to buy cars.
You're
So,
not
like,
guaranteed to make that sale every day.
yeah, he's telling me that like there are some days where he'll sell like 2 cars, and there'll be like a few days where he'll sell no cars at all.
A lot of fat in this.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying that beware, you might run into a fat spot.
Well, yeah, that's nuts, dude.
I'd be so stoked for making. Honestly, like I would be a pushy asshole, like a car salesman, if I was going to make 3 Gs if you decide to buy the car.
It's so funny because we were watching Dexter, where there's this car salesman that's a serial killer. They just got to kill, and up until the end, he's still a car salesman. Like, do you know what the show's about?
The guy is like a blood splatter analysis guy, and he's actually a murderer. And
Yeah.
he uses it to cover up his own murders or something like that.
Yeah, kind of. He kills bad guys.
Yeah, well,
basically.
he's a serial killer, and he was adopted, and his adoptive father saw that he was going to be a serial killer. He saw in his eye. He knew it was going to happen because of the circumstances in which he adopted him.
Like when he showed up to the adoption agency.
Well, no,
he was, like,
he-
drowning kittens in a bucket in the garage. Like,
Well, basically,
that kid's gonna be a serial killer. Let me adopt him.
Well, he found him in like a hangar, like at the docks. You know, sitting there for a couple days in blood and body parts.
Oh shit. Yeah.
And he adopted him, and he did. And after that, you know, he showed all the signs, like he killed animals and everything like that. So he was like, okay, I'm gonna train him to not kill just anybody. I'm gonna train him to kill bad people.
Well, that's kind of cool.
And so,
It is cool. It's a good show.
since he's a cop, basically a cop, he works with the police. Since he's a blood spatter expert, he can he gets the scoops on all the bad people, the killers, when crimes come in.
And then he gets access to all their info. And
Pretty much,
Yeah.
and then he'll stalk them for a couple days to make sure that they actually are serial killers. But there's this car salesman that's been killing women, and so like he figures out how he does it. What'll happen is the person he plans on killing, he'll send to another car dealership so that there won't be any kind of paper trail with that person. So it won't be like, oh, you sold the car to this person. You know, so it looks like him. So he'll send the person who's going to kill to somebody else. And then they'll come back and thank him, and he'll go out on a date with them, and then he'll kill him. So, Dexter goes in there to pretend to buy a car, but not intentionally going to buy a car, just to check out this guy, and he ends up buying a new car. And then when he goes to kill the guy, he shows up there, and he's like, you know, he's like, I know what you've been doing. He's like, no, I got something to do. He's like, no, you don't. And he's like, no, I do. And then, like, but he'll say something. He's like, I gotta go pick up the kids. He's like, you're not
don't have any kids.
No, he's like, you're not married. He's like, no, the ex-wife's kids. He's like, no, what does he say? He says something like that. He's like, no. And then he'll be like, you don't have this. He's like, no. He's like, then he'll be like,
Change the story like that.
yeah, like, he's, you know, and it sticks with the story. He keeps on bringing up a new lie that fits with the last lie. And then he's like, no. So then he ends up, you know, knocking him out the way he does. And then he takes him back to, like, a crime scene. And he fucking, like, plastics the entire room. And then, like, plastic wraps him down to a table. And the guy's there, and he's like, I'll let you, have any car on the lot. He's like, you know, how are you gonna do that? He's like, I'm the manager. He's like,
No, you're
no,
not.
you're not. And he's like, no, at the other lot. He's like, no, there is no other lot. No.
And he's like, oh, well, I've been there long enough.
yeah,
So it's like every little thing, he can change a story and change a story.
because he's a car dealer,
Sales.
car dealer, car dealer,
Car salesman.
whatever.
Car dealerman.
But they get so good at that. I mean, like, if you were depending on that to support your family or whatever, then you would get good at that too. But
I don't like people enough to do that. Like, Like, I go out and help in snowboard sales on occasion, but, like, I like the fact that I can just go stuff myself in the shop, like, people leave me alone, just do my thing.
Yeah. You don't have to go out there and sell something.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's horrible, man. It sucks.
This food is awesome.
Hell
It
yeah,
is
this is
really
like the
good.
best nachos I've ever had.
Even if it's getting cold, it fucking tastes great.
I've never had nachos for a meal.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, welcome to the Bonta house.
Yeah. This
How's
is
a Bonta nachos?
That's right.
this is steak, not just regular old ground beef.
Oh, yeah.
So we ground our steak.
Yeah, so
You missed our steak burgers, which were fucking awesome.
one day.
You guys had steak burgers?
I think we tried to have them with you once before,
Try to.
but we only had one kind of meat.
Okay. Yeah, what we do is we grind sirloin and chuck in the food processor, and it turns up just like this, like ground beef. But it has better flavor, especially when like it's a burger. So like that's the center of the meal.
Yeah, we tried doing it with lasagna, but it lost all of its steak flavor. It just tasted like lasagna.
Mmm. You say that like it's a bad thing, because lasagna is heavy.
No, it was good. The lasagna was great, but it just, we intentionally put the steak in it to try and make it a little bit more flavorful, and it didn't work.
Yeah. So, all right. So the history of Dakota. Let's get back to that.
Oh, yeah.
That's what we were talking
I'm
about.
trying to remember the
ADD
first time we played. I mean, I know that AJ was like, yeah, I know a couple guys that play that want to start playing on Thursdays or something.
A couple guys. Who was it? It
Well, I
was
know there's Charlie.
Charlie. Didn't he come after the fact? He was like way after.
He was like the last person.
Yeah, and he was there for like a minute, and then he wasn't there anymore.
Right. You worked with him at Sports Authority, I believe. I believe everyone that
Charlie?
AJ brought. Charles, Charlie. We call him Charlie.
He was a little guy.
Glasses?
Maybe.
remember.
we saw him like twice.
All I remember about him was that he was a little guy.
Little stocky, kind of.
I don't think he was stocky.
Wasn't skinny. But
No, I don't think he was skinny. Yeah, he might have been a little stocky guy.
And then
I
there
think
was,
his name was Mitch.
no, there was Mitch too. There was Mitch too.
Okay.
You're like, you guys are way off.
Yeah.
Charlie. Charlie.
I don't
was
remember
there for a
Charlie
second.
yet.
Maybe it was it Mac that worked with Charlie?
No, it was AJ.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he had played with Kevin before.
Well, I think that was way after.
Oh my god. I saw Mac the other day.
At Walmart?
Whoa, we're at.
Mm-mm.
At Bobo's?
Mm-mm. Okay. So, when I was like 16, I started lifeguarding at the City of Sparks and worked there till I was like
Like Moana?
19 or 20. No, Alf Sorensen, over next to Reed High School.
No, I only knew of Moana Pool.
Anyways,
Sorry.
and I worked with this guy named Cassidy O'Neill.
Mhm.
I'm still pretty good friends with him, okay?
Okay.
And I go over to his house the other day to hang out with him, and Mac lives with him.
What?
I swear to God. It was the most awkward encounter ever.
Oh my god.
He's like, oh yeah, I want you to be my roommate. And I turn around and he kind of like looks
like-
at me for a second.
It's like I know this guy.
And I was like, I know Mac. How you been, man?
Oh man.
He's like, good. And then stayed for like maybe a minute and then left. I said, well, I'm out of here. All right, bye. And Cassie was like, well, that was kind of weird. I was like, yeah, I don't know if we get along very well anymore.
That's so weird.
Did he say anything about Mac after he left? Like, is he a shitty roommate, or
No.
how did he say how he knew Mac?
I guess they went to school together and then just like, we're both kind of looking for a place to live and ran into each other.
Really? We went to school together. Was it college or high school?
High school.
Mac didn't go to college.
I went to high school with Mac.
I think Mac went. Did he go to North Valleys?
I think it was Reno High. This is where Cassidy went.
All 4 years?
I don't know.
Well, how'd you meet him?
How did I meet Cassidy?
Yeah.
At work.
Okay.
At Alf Sorensen.
That's right. Okay.
He's like,
That was the beginning of the
he's
story.
like
Yeah.
3 years older than me.
Really?
That is so weird.
No, because
Maybe more. I don't know.
well, you're the same age as Mac is.
Really?
Well, they
Yeah.
could have gone to school together, but not been in the same grade.
Word.
Yeah. Wow, so what did he look like? What kind of hairstyle is he sporting
Did
now?
he have a lot of hair?
Kind of chubby.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Imagine that.
Well, I know Cassie's like a huge stoner, so
No.
I don't know if that's playing into
Has
that.
something to do with it. Well, that's weird.
We run into everybody.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm all over the place.
Last time you were here, you said you saw Jeannie.
You are all over the place. You like know Reno.
No.
Alright, so
Yeah, anyways. Dakota. The first time we played HeroClix was at the comic book shop.
Had to have been. I just don't remember. Was it a Saturday?
No, you guys made me play with that really smelly weird kid.
No,
weird kid.
you're thinking of a different time.
That wasn't the first time?
No, when we did the tournament and you Jewed me. Was that the same guy you're thinking of?
Oh, yeah.
Was that who
Yes.
you're thinking of? No, because we'd known you then.
Okay. Shit.
I don't know. I just know that AJ was like, yeah, I know a couple guys that want to play.
and he was
Then-
like, "This is Dakota," and Dakota's like, "Hey guys, what's up?"
So yeah, he just started playing HeroClix, and then
That was when you first realized this is the coolest man on the planet.
Pretty much.
so we just played casually until it's like, oh hey, I was in a play at Reno, or was it Reno you went to?
Reed.
And it's like, oh cool, we need a guy for a movie.
Hey, we're making this movie.
And Dakota was one of the few new friends that lived through that, his friendship that lived through that ordeal of Patriot Zombie.
Because the friendship was new
Did
enough.
that take like longer than you guys expected?
Oh my gosh.
Yes and no.
Honestly, that was the longest fucking filming of a movie in the world.
It was a big party all the time. Like every time I showed up, people were shit faced.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes a good thing, sometimes not. Depending on how you look at it. It was so much fun that we gave like every Saturday that summer make that movie, but
It was like 4 months, wasn't it?
Well, April through September was the whole process. Started filming probably in May.
6 months. It was a half a year.
From start to finish, not necessarily filming, but I mean,
Like when you guys started writing it.
Yeah, and organizing everything and getting the cast together.
and then getting it edited.
Yeah,
so. Well, I mean, it's like we never did a 90 page script before as a movie, so we didn't know how long it was going to take.
Mm-hmm.
And also, like when we did Dread and Terror in Salt Lake City, which was like 45 pages, we were able to film on the weekdays after work for a couple hours. So we'd be able to film like 4 or 5 days in a week.
Yeah.
Also, the size of the cast.
The
mattered a lot.
6 people in the movie, opposed to Patriot Zombie that needed zombie extras, and there's like 8 to 10 people in the cast.
That we need
Yeah.
all at one time because of my ingenious writing. Now everybody comes into the scene. We do this thing.
It's like, oh, we don't have this person today. Dakota, we're going to shoot your face, say your lines, and we'll edit together with this person when we shoot their face.
That's nuts, man.
So only being able to film one day a week and spend 5 hours on AJ trying to say 2 words, you know,
Because he's drunk.
because he's drunk, he can't memorize lines.
Which
He's
was
never
so
acted
funny
before.
because the first time we got you to film Dakota, I remember you came over and you were like looking at your lines and you're like, okay, cool. And then so we were like, okay, action. And you fucking said your lines perfect, like with emotion, and we're all like, what? Someone actually wants to do this?
These
Crazy.
are my lines, and I am reading them off of the screen.
Or I'm going to yell these lines!
I'm angry, so yell more!
More emotion. You mean louder? No, more emotion. No, louder.
Louder! I'm so angry!
Look at how upset I am.
Which it's funny because most of the people we had in that movie, like,
Never acted before.
Strangers to drama, strangers to movies. and
Strangers to
stuff.
us.
Yeah. Strangers to us.
Mac was originally in it with his girlfriend, and Mac introduced us to Jeannie because we needed another girl. We needed a leading female character.
That was so silly.
So he got us Jeannie, and it's like we just gave her the part because it was someone, and we couldn't afford to be like no, because we didn't have anybody like
She was so weird.
waiting in the rafters.
She was.
I got
She
like
was
this
wicked.
really weird vibe from her.
She went to like witch classes.
Because she practiced witchcraft, so she might have put a curse on you.
That's
It's
Are you
just now
serious?
coming around. It got your arm all fucked up.
Yeah, whatever. That was my own idiotic fault.
She's like, I just saw Dakota. I'm gonna put together a little curse.
Lumix! I was in my sling already. Like, yeah, I got him. Like, no, bad shit happens all the time. You can't blame that on your
Murphy's Law.
But it's so funny how like that movie just got like AJ and Jeannie together. Like we basically introduced them. We caused that relationship.
That half relationship.
know.
Yeah, I don't know
It
about
scares
that.
me.
And he was kind of with Kyla, kind of not, on and off during that whole movie.
Yeah.
Because like
Weird.
they broke up after the baby, after his baby died,
Yeah.
and then they tried to get back together,
But he was kind of with Jeannie.
kind of with Jeannie.
Oh, that's weird. But that's a horse of a different color. That we're not
That's a
gonna
whole
talk
nother
about.
story.
Yeah.
That's not necessarily what we want to talk about.
Hose is hose.
Hose
That's all I
is
gotta
hose.
say.
Hose
That's all I
be-
gotta say. That's all I gotta say.
Hoes be spending.
No, bitches or women be shopping.
It wouldn't be shopping.
Women be shot. Damn boy.
So yeah, that was the movie. And Dakota stuck around.
Dakota stuck around because Dakota didn't fuck us over
Hey!
like everybody else. I get a text from AJ, hey, no one's talking to me except for Jeannie, so I'm not doing this movie anymore.
Ah, that hurts.
That's exactly what he said.
Yeah.
It's like getting broken up over text message. It's like, I'm not really feeling this relationship. Bye.
Well, I mean, you know, it all stems from, we told you this story before, I don't know if you remember. The one time that we went and had lunch with you when you were at work and we went to Taco Bell.
Yeah.
We told the story then, but because like we stopped talking to AJ. We didn't like blatantly say, hey, we're not hanging out with you or I'm not gonna talk to you anymore. I still talk to him because we're still trying to do the movie, but I was like talking to him less because he was gonna fuck over Patrick, who hadn't done an all, you know, good thing. You know what, I'm not gonna talk about this because this is gonna be on the internet, so I forgot about that.
Keep that to
All right.
yourself.
But he was gonna fuck over Patrick because
Of an undisclosed issue.
yeah, so, you know, and he was lying to Patrick about it. And, like, we had known Patrick for forever, you know, whether he had done a bad thing or not, you know, it's
It's
like,
your friend.
It's a
Right.
buddy.
and, you know, you should not go behind someone's back and do something like AJ was doing. So, we were kind of not talking to him
That's what
about that.
women do.
I know, right?
Men are supposed to be like, let's deal with this issue in a manly way. Let's go fight it out, or like if it comes to that. But I don't know. I can't stand men who act like women
Yeah.
because I can't stand women who act like women.
Well, men who like will sit behind another one's back and gossip and like say, "Oh,
Yes.
this person did this," and then get in front of their face and be like, "Hey, buddy."
Well, it's just, I hated how he was still, like really good friends with Mac, but not, like, in the way, like, oh, dude, you shouldn't be hanging out with him or anything like that. Not in, like, this kind of protective way, but,
What
like,
happened with Mac?
well, because we were
He
doing
was part of this. The whole
yeah, he was part of the whole thing. He was the one that, he was the first person that started ruining the movie.
instigator.
Because Mac is just, like, honestly, he's not very smart. He's literally stupid.
Literally.
Well, I mean,
Literally.
Not just stupid. He
well,
is
he's not,
literally.
like, mentally retarded in any
Tested
way.
him and he's stupid.
He's not mentally retarded in any way, but it's just like he lacks any kind of common sense whatsoever, you know, and, you know, you'd see it every time you played HeroClix with him. He always lost, and he never knew why, and it's like you watch him play, and you tell him the mistakes that he's going to make before he makes them, but he still does them, and, like, he was the same way with life. He would repeat the same mistakes
Life
over
is
and over and over again. and he had no like feelings towards somebody else except for AJ. Like, we asked him to be in the movie. He said he would do it. We were trying to work around his schedule. Like, and like, he would not, you know, want to miss playing HeroClix for one day. It's like, you go and you play HeroClix from, say, I don't know, 10 at the earliest, 12 at the average, to 5 o'clock or whatever. And it's like, you can't take, you know, 1 or 2 days out to come film with us during that time you play HeroClix.
Come on, a-hole.
You know, it really pissed me off that he wasn't willing to do that, but like, he'd come the one day that he filmed and he was like taking shots with AJ and we're trying to, you know, get some scenes filmed, and
He was throwing up.
he was fake throwing up turned into real throwing up. You know, and he just was fucking around the entire time and not really, you know, helping us out. And the only time we got anything filmed was when, like, minutes he had to leave to go to work. And he just wasn't working with us at all. And he got really pissed off that we wanted him to film when he said he wanted to do it. And we were trying to work around his schedule and when he would film or be able to film. But he wasn't willing to, you know, stop playing HeroClix for, you know, a couple hours a day.
Who else did you play with?
Just AJ.
Really?
Was it just the 4 of us?
Right, just whoever would play, or like Kevin.
Tom, sometimes? The kids?
I don't really think so.
Oh.
Maybe they'd go in and play, but like, it was just like AJ and Kevin.
Yeah.
And it's like, are you guys gonna come play? It's like, no, we got a movie to make.
Sorry.
You know, and then we would go to start filming and they're still playing HeroClix, and it's like, you guys said that you'd be, you know, done. And they weren't really respecting what we were trying to do.
Yeah.
Well, that was just tension, I think, from the very beginning because we weren't all on the same page. It was like, this is something that's a hobby of ours, so we find it more important, you know?
A good way to find, like, other people who are interested in that same kind of stuff is, like, Craigslist.
Yeah?
Like, you're gonna have to filter out the weirdos.
Right, that's my one objection with Craigslist, is you don't want to
Dude,
find the wrong
You don't
person.
meet up at your house. That's my only suggestion.
Yeah.
Meet up somewhere else. If it's fucking crazy, leave them.
Yeah.
You can usually tell within, like, the first few minutes with somebody whether or not it's gonna work. Like-
Yeah. And we'd want to have, like, auditions first and stuff, and,
Absolutely.
like, an interview. Be like, you know you're not going to get paid
I'd be
for
more willing
this.
just to like post a flyer at like TMCC
Like in a school?
on the boards. Yeah.
But then again, some fucking creep might be walking around campus being like, ooh, a movie.
What
I
kind of
need a
movie?
I can film the movie.
From behind the curtain. Jesus!
But it really was like one of those things where they were like, you know, we asked, you know, everybody to be in it, kind of not realizing that we hadn't really explained, like, this is going to take time and energy, and you're not going to get paid, and you won't get anything for it, and it's, you know, it's going to take a lot of time. We didn't really explain that because before we made movies, it was always just with people who we had always been making movies with. You know?
Right. They had the same schedules as us.
And they kind of just
Had
like
more free
understood,
time.
like, this is number one right now. you
They
know?
understood how it works, and they were super into it.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And really, like with AJ, it was just like, he was like, okay, cool, man. Something new, let's do it. But it was a lot. It was, I think,
Right.
it was a lot
And
for him.
before we got started filming was when AJ's baby had died, and you know
Dude,
we
that
were.
was
that was
the
horrible.
saddest that I've ever seen a human being in my entire life, man. I could not imagine.
And we were willing to drop
Fucking
doing the movie altogether
horrible.
because, you know, I mean, that's a huge situation. You
Yeah,
know?
dude,
We
I
couldn't ask somebody to, you know, keep on going with that. But he was,
sad.
you know, and
And I remember, like, it was like a couple days after, or the
the
day.
day after, because it was like Friday, we were gonna go see a movie with him, and we couldn't get a hold of him, and we didn't know why, you know, because we didn't have cell phones at the time, and like he had told Mac, because we were gonna go with Mac and Patrick and AJ to see a movie, and he told Mac through text that his baby had died, and we were like, oh my god.
So the very next day, he wanted to go play HeroClix. Fucking crazy, man. But I mean, of
the
course,
next day
you know.
he showed up to work, man. Like that was like literally the saddest I've ever seen a human being in my entire life.
Was he trying to play it off? Was he?
Yeah, he was trying,
Are
but
you sure the very next day? Because he said that he had like a week or two off.
I think he went into work and then took the time off. Sad, man. So horrible. So really, like, throughout this whole thing, I'm really understanding about the way AJ acted through everything.
yeah,
It's like, okay.
Yeah, I was telling everybody, like, hey, this situation happened.
he's a
The
cool
movie,
dude.
the movie might not be
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah.
I guess he like moved around a bunch and like showed back up in town for a little while and then split. And
We were
I
just
saw
talking
his-
about that.
I saw his sister at Mel's.
What the hell's Mel's?
Mel's Diner?
Yeah, the one
Downtown?
over in
Sam?
the Sands. Yeah, she's working there.
Really?
Yeah, she is like unfortunately unattractive,
Yeah.
really badly so.
Like, she looks different than when, I don't know, last time we saw her.
She's not as fat,
Well, that's good.
and she got like no hair.
Really?
Yeah.
She's got, like, a dyke haircut.
Yeah, pretty bad.
For our lesbian audience that just tuned out. If we had an audience to begin with.
Yeah, it was weird because one night we were filming and her and her friend were dressed in like those the dresses that look like t-shirts, or I don't know, t-shirts that look like dresses. They're just like a big
One
t-shirt
piece.
basically.
Oh yeah.
And it goes like right
To the vagina.
right to the vagina. Like if you bend over the slightest, it's like hey. And they were going out and that kind of stuff, and I was like, wow, it's classy, man. Way to go.
I can't. Oh god.
We were just talking about like.
Do you remember that? When we were filming, Greg was filming the same. It was you and Jeff in AJ's bedroom. And there was like 50 people. Not really 50 people, maybe like 5 to 10 people just showed up at AJ's place and were, I don't know, drinking, hollering, and
Smoking weed.
then they just like left. Do you
Yeah.
remember that?
Yeah.
That's so weird. Yeah, we were just talking about like, what if we saw AJ in town like randomly? Does he still have the same car?
Was he gone?
I don't know. I
When did you see his sister?
New Year's Eve.
Running into everybody.
Yeah. Strange. Well, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he came back in town or close to, because his parents live in Tahoe. So.
Yeah.
Well, that's what he
Like-
said why he came back here from Ohio is because his parents were old and
Yeah. I mean, he's used to hopping around though, you know? I think that's his life. So, God, part of me, like, really wants him to see the movie. Just be like, you put in so much time and effort and energy.
Check out the documentary.
Here you go, You get to see the child of, all your hard work. Because everybody did. Even if it ended bad, even if they quit, everybody still did put in time and energy and effort, except for Mac. But everybody else really did, so I'd want them all to see it. I just don't know.
how
There's
they
like
react.
a fine line, some people might watch it and be like, oh, that's funny, okay, I get it,
Someone might just get really pissed off.
Someone might be like, you're getting sued, motherfucker!
Slander!
So I don't know how he would take it.
He's got a good sense of humor.
I would think so, yeah.
I don't know. I think AJ got slammed the worst in that
He
movie.
did. It was so bad, but it was also the way we cut it together, It was just like,
Well, no,
bam,
that's what everyone
bam,
said.
bam, bam.
I think the lack of emotion by him was perfect for that character, though. It was like just like quintessential late '80s, early '90s action hero, like horrible acting. It was
All that
awesome.
matters is that he's like,
Schwarzenegger,
is his like military
freeze.
finesse, yeah. So it was perfect. It was pretty funny, and it's so much fun watching that movie again, the finished thing. Which is why I really want like Mac and AJ to see it. Maybe one day we'll have a Patriots.
I can get it to
reunion.
Mac.
Do you think he would? I mean,
I think it'd be hilarious, even if he doesn't watch it. His roommate Cassidy is like way into film.
yeah.
Like he's like an art major, and
Wow.
I know he would want to watch it. Like
Yeah, it's not that well done, but I mean, I think people who are into, the amateur filmmaking could appreciate it.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll make a copy and you can get it to him. And then maybe he'll be like, Mac! It's
You're in there! Check that out!
Listen to the shit they're saying about you! But it's all in good fun, I think. I don't know.
Well, I don't know if I want Mac to have it because he still has,
Still has what?
Well, I'm not gonna say on camera, but I'll tell him when we're not.
Oh, he still has,
No, he doesn't still have anything particular.
shit?
Contact?
Is that what you're saying? Are you saying he's got the
Herpes?
goods? Is that what you're saying?
He's got the goods.
Okay. He's still got herpes.
That shit comes back with you.
So.
He's got the goods. Yeah,
Right.
but fucking.
I feel like I'm out of the loop, and I'm supposed to be in the loop.
Well, we've told you.
I'm so forgetful, though.
So we'll just forget about it right now, and I'll tell you when we're done recording.
Everyone, if they listen to this, they're like, what is it?
That might be the only way to keep their interest.
Yeah.
I could just cut it out, and I could just say it right now.
That's a lot of work.
No, because I have to fucking listen to it when I put it online.
Okay, we'll say it.
No, I'm not going to. In
All
case
right,
something
whatever.
slips later. And then I forget to it. I can't just be like, oh yeah, this chunk
Your
here.
delete button breaks.
No!
No way!
They're probably, our listening audience is reserved to the two of us.
Yeah, but like, no, there's a reason why Matt can't see it. At least right now.
I don't know. I think he should see it. Well, either way, I mean, I think your Cassidy friend would like it. So.
Well, yeah, but it's still
it's in the same household. As
Yeah,
Mac.
there'd be no
Mac's
way,
not
yeah.
comfortable with Mac having it for some strange reason.
Not a strange reason.
I
A
don't.
very legitimate reason. Melissa,
I don't think that's still.
it's just
valid.
because it's your. No, it is, and I can tell you why. I'm just not going to right now.
Okay, let's shut off the camera so I can know what the hell is going on.
Move.
So upsetting. All right.
I don't get it.
Pause.
And I hate not getting it.
Be right back. All right, we're back to finish this off.
Motivational speaker.
You've got a story to tell.
We had a good conversation. So
it. How?
we're gonna go play some Hero Clicks. Dinner's done. Nachos were awesome. So
I love nachos.
that was
And Charlie.
say your name.
Dakota.
And I'm Matt.
And Miss Savanta.
Say classy, Rena.